Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to talk about some topics related to architectural acoustics. Now, let us understand the term first. Architectural means something related to the structure of the building, right? And acoustics means something related to sound. Here we are going to learn some topics about the structure of the building and the sound related to it, right? We are going to learn about the production, right, propagation in a medium, how the sound wave behaves in a medium, right, and what are the criteria that a good classroom or any particular room should have, right? For a good acoustical hall, what are the requirements, what are the factors that affects the acoustics of the building? This we are going to discuss in this session, right? So first of all, let us start with the classification of sound waves. So basically, sound waves are categorized into three categories based on their frequency. For example, if the frequency of the sound waves is less than 20 Hz, then it is known as infrasound. Okay, frequency of the sound wave is greater than 20 kilohertz, then it is known as ultrasound or ultrasonic waves. And if the frequency range of the sound waves is between 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz, then it is known as audible sound waves, right? As the name suggests, out of all these three sound waves, we can hear only audible waves, right? We cannot hear frequency less than 20 Hz or frequency greater than 20,000 Hz. Right, so this is the most basic topic, classification of sound waves, right? There are three types of sound waves based on the frequency. Okay, if the frequency of the sound waves is less than 20 Hz, then it is known as infrasonic waves. If the frequency of the sound waves is greater than 20,000 Hz, then it is known as ultrasonic waves. And if the frequency range is between 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz, then it is known as audible sound waves. Okay. So this architectural acoustics is basically the foundation of this field of physics is laid by a scientist named Wallace Clement Sabine. So first of all, the first auditorium, right, or the first lecture hall in the world was built in Harvard University. So what happened there, it was very beautiful hall, very decorative hall, but the sound was not properly propagated in every corner of the room. Okay. So what happens sometimes if there is a dome shaped or the curved surface is there in any hall, then there is a problem of focusing or interference. All the sound waves, right, gets focused on one particular area. Okay, so the sound waves propagating in the hall is not adequate, right? So in order to have a good acoustical hall, right, sound should be adequate and sound should be properly, evenly propagated in every direction, in all the possible directions in the hall. Okay, so this problem happens when Sabine was a professor in the Harvard University. So he was the one who laid the foundation of architectural acoustics. He found this filter of sound, right, in which there are some criteria, there are some factors that need to be studied, right, in order to have a good acoustical room. Okay. So now let us go further and see some differences between musical sound and noise. So normally sound is basically divided into two parameters or two category, we can say, right? Sound is classified into two category. One is the category of musical sound and other one is noise. Right? So we all know that if any sound gives pleasing effect to human ear, right? If any sound gives us pleasing effect, right? Which is if any sound wave is giving pleasing effect to our ears, or we can say it is pleasant hearing, right? Then it is known as musical sound. And if any sound is producing jarring effect or irritating effect on our ear, then it is considered as noise, right? So basically noise is an unwanted sound. Okay, then musical sound wave forms are regular in shape, they have definite periodicity, and they do not undergo sudden change in amplitude, right? For example, if you consider a sinusoidal wave, right, so there won't be any sudden amplitude change, okay, in that musical sound waveforms, right? But if we talk about noise waveforms, right, there is no periodicity, they are irregular in shape, right, and they undergo sudden changes in amplitude. Okay, so if we talk about the examples, right, so the sound which gives pleasing effect, right, for example the sound produced from the guitar, right, or violin or sitar or any musical instrument, okay, then birds chirping, right, and many other sounds that produces pleasing effect to us is considered as musical sound, right? But if we talk about sound of airplane, right, which is very high of decibel, right, then road traffic, then crackers, then vegetable market, then different stations, for example bus station or train station, right, or metro station, all these sounds are considered to be noise, right? So basically if a sound is producing irritating effect, then it is considered to be noise, right? So this is the basic difference between musical sound and noise. Okay, so now let us study characteristics of musical sound. So there are generally three characteristics of musical sound, or we can say there are three properties of musical sound, that is pitch, loudness and timbre, right? And all these three characteristics are related to three different parameters of musical sound, right? For example, pitch is related to the frequency of musical sound. Loudness is related to the intensity of musical sound, and timbre is related to the quality of musical sound. So in this way, these three different characteristics are related to three different parameters of musical sound. So first let's discuss about pitch. What does pitch means, right? So it is basically a sensation which distinguishes between a sound note of high frequency and low frequency of same intensity produced by same musical instrument. Okay, so it is a sensation which differentiates between high frequency note and low frequency note, right, produced from same musical instrument of same intensity. Okay, so it is said that greater the frequency of sound, higher is the pitch, and if the frequency of sound is less, then pitch will be lower, right? And also it is said that the sound, lady's sound or mosquito sound is of high pitch. So in this way pitch is categorized, right? So pitch is basically a sensation that differentiates between a high frequency sound note and a low frequency sound note. Okay, now let us talk about loudness. What does loudness mean? So we all know about loudness, but how to define it? So loudness is basically a degree of sensation that is produced on an ear, right? On an ear. So it is basically a degree of sensation. So of course it is a physiological quantity. So it varies from one listener to another. Okay, since it is a physiological quantity, it is not a physical quantity. Okay, it doesn't have any proper unit, physical quantity, physical unit. Okay, it is a physiological quantity. Now what does physiological quantity means? So something that cannot be measured with an instrument, or physically that we cannot measure, right? For example, we cannot measure how much we see, how much we smell, how much we hear, right? We cannot measure it with any physical instrument. Okay, there should be always, there will be a comparison, right, of what is being heard or what is being smelled, right, or what is being saw. Okay, so there is not a this one are known as the physiological quantities. Okay, so loudness is one of them. So it depends upon the intensity and sensitiveness of ear, and it is a physiological quantity. So it is, loudness is directly related to the intensity of sound, right? So by mathematically, it is found that loudness is directly proportional to the logarithmic function of intensity. So as you can see in this slide, L is directly proportional to log 10 I. And if we remove the proportionality, there will be a proportionality constant. So it can be written as L is equal to K log I. Okay, L is equal to K log I. So loudness is directly proportional to the logarithmic function of intensity. This statement is known as Weber-Fechner law. Right, Weber-Fechner law states that loudness is directly related to the logarithmic function of intensity. Okay, so from our equation we can, if we differentiate this equation with respect to intensity, then we know that the intensity, the differentiation of intensity will be 1 upon I. So we'll get dL by di is equal to K by I, where dL by di is known as the sensitivity of ear. Okay, so we can see that sensitivity of ear is inversely proportional to the intensity of sound, which means that as intensity of sound increases, sensitivity decreases, or as intensity decreases, sensitivity increases. So in this way, loudness is related to the intensity of sound. And what is loudness? It is basically a degree of sensation. Okay. Then third characteristic is timbre. So timbre is related to the quality of sound. It is the quality of sound which enables us to distinguish between two sounds having same loudness and pitch, right? There is a typographical error, right? Having same loudness and pitch. So it is the quality of sound which enables us to distinguish between two sounds having same loudness and pitch, and it depends upon the presence of overtones. Okay. So let us understand timbre in this way. If suppose two musical instruments are there, for example, guitar is there and violin is there, and both are producing sound of same loudness and same frequency, still we are able to distinguish the musical instruments, right? Though they are of same loudness and pitch, right? Then also we can distinguish between these two musical instruments, right? Because the quality of musical instrument is different, right? So the sensation that enables us, right, to distinguish between the musical instruments is known as timbre. It is timbre, and it depends upon the presence of overtones, right? So in this way, this characteristics of musical sound depends upon different parameters of musical sound, right? Pitch depends upon the frequency of sound, loudness is related to the intensity of sound, and timbre is related to quality of sound. So this is all about characteristics of musical sound. Thank you.